flaming green skulls. Having dispatched them, patting down and putting out the flames, that is where we will pick up. I think everybody is still alive.
I should probably check that. I don't know.
Barely.
Casimir doesn't look good. Casimir.
I'm halfway.
Does not look great. And neither does Tens. Tens looks rough as he just kind of turns around, that blue marked with black, and he just...
Is that what you're hoping for breakfast?
No.
I am just getting here. Come on. Take a seat.
I will when the game gets on post. Zoop.
Yeah, and Cole goes over and undoes one of the bracers, pulls his gloves off, and places his hand on Tenz's shoulder, and I'll cast Cure Wounds.
Ooh.
Oh, great. 5 points of healing.
Drink it in, buddy. You just kind of... Thanks.
I wish we could do more.
You'll be fine.
Okay. While we're in here,
Ranga, how you doing?
My friend, I have never felt better. And Durango's just kind of patting out a couple of flames on his coat.
All right. I'm gonna get kind of gather Casimir and Ash over, and I'm gonna you haven't seen me do this before. I'm gonna put my shield down, and on the back of it is a bit of a scroll. It's like, oh, it's been a while. All right, and he puts his hands together, and you see sort of light emanating from between the fingers. And I'm gonna cast Aid on Casimir, Ash, and Tens. So, each target's hit point maximum and current hit points are increased by 5 for the duration, and it lasts 8 hours.
So we just maxed out +5?
Yeah, your max goes up by 5, and you get 5 temp. Each target's hit points maximum and current hit points is increased. Sorry, current hit points. So, heal 5 and gain 5 on top. 5 potential.
I was gonna say it's not fully healed, but you heal 5 and gain temporary hit points. Yep.
Get him.
Wolf's back.
Everyone good to move on?
Yeah, might as well get this over with. Do we suppose there's another rock boy in the next room?
Or worse. We are still just breaking the surface of what is here.
Well, the quicker we get at it, the quicker we get out.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
Lead the way, Mr. Mavvin.
Take out to my friends. Think what a fine tale this shall make when we are completed our task.
Is there anything to the burnt corpse here? Is he have anything notable on him, or is it just a fried to a crisp barbarian of some sort?
Make an investigation check.
Two.
For the most part, all you can see is whatever was left on his body has primarily been burnt significantly. The only thing is sort of still clutched in his fingers is a gnarled, burnt staff.
Huh.
What he had, it was his master, eh?
Would make sense. Wonder what the staff does.
Like, Casimir, this look like anything to you? And I toss it over.
You pick it up?
Yeah.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, good.
Oh, snap.
Rap rolls 10.
Starting off hot for the night.
Yeah.
Cole,
Does
as
your
you-
aura boost your own saving throws too?
Oh, it might actually. Which would bring it to 13. Aura protection. Whenever you or a friendly creature within 10 feet, yeah. So equal to charisma modifier. So that's +3 to that, so 13.
Cole, so as your hand wraps around the staff and you pick it up, this sudden chill goes down your spine as you feel this fragment of a presence, like as if the staff itself is calling for you to possess it and even more power. This undesirable urge for power and this unwavering conviction to do anything to obtain it. And immediately drop it.
Yeah, this is a boatload of nope.
I'm sorry. Did you want me to take a look at it? And Casimir leans over.
Well, friend, it wants things, I think. If you take my meaning.
He sort of backs away and looks between the staff and the wizard, the charred corpse. Yes, I've heard of such things, but I've never seen it myself. I'm certain it's seen better days anyways. I think, yes, probably best to leave it be, eh?
Yeah.
I don't need to carry something that wants something from me.
Well, so yeah, why would you do that? As he sort of like takes his spear out and takes point.
All right,
All right.
Mr. Mavvin, lead the way.
Ash will settle in behind him.
Yeah, and it's just a reminder, the corridor stretching out in front of you is 20 feet wide, mirroring the corridor on the other side. 70-foot long arch. I'm sorry, 20-foot wide, 70-foot long, right? So it extends out a distance. You can see those arrow slits again, pointing towards that interior chamber. Several amber doors leading to the set of double ones closed on the other end.
Are we gonna do the door thing again?
Well, yeah, I think it's prudent, yeah.
All right.
Well, you want to do that one at the end?
I'd
Oh.
like to check these.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
If there are more of these flaming skulls, I don't want them to happen to come in behind us.
I don't know. They added a little heat to the place. It's kind of cold in here.
Yeah.
He breathes out a extra cold wind of air through his nose and just kind of. Yeah.
Oh, I found the source. All right.
Yeah, let's do the dance.
On three. I'll try to open the door. I guess maybe if it's locked.
It is not locked. The door swings open easily. The interior is, you see stone blocks resembling tables that stand in the center of this room covered in dust. Carved into the stone walls are niches filled with hundreds of these dust-filled bottles. All around the interior, cobwebs hang from wooden ladders that lean against the walls.
Gonna look at one of the bottles. Do they say anything?
Make an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, it wanted to be the natural 20, but it was a 2 or 3.
Rolling hot.
Yeah, you wipe off the dust, and they none of them seem to be labeled, or if they were, the labels have long since rotted off.
Anything interesting?
It's some sort of like wine closet or alchemy, some other thing. I'm not sure.
Anything useful?
I don't know, mate. Why don't you come in and check?
Yeah, it's hard to say. A lot of this stuff isn't labeled.
Excuse me, sorry. Don't mean to bump all over you. Whenever I look at the tables, are there any sort of indications of what they were used for in terms of work?
Make an Arcana check.
$22.
There.
Yeah, with a 22, you can tell that based on the tools that have remained, although dusty and unused for centuries, it appears to be some sort of alchemical lab. Although also with a 22, quickly looking over the bottles and remains as you kind of pour through them and go shelf by shelf. Whatever potions had been inside them have long since lost their efficiency.
Okay, I'm gonna open one up and just kind of like pour it onto the table and see if it comes out viscous or if it comes out powdery.
And as you pour it out, yeah, it is sort of a powder.
I have an idea. Maybe if we take some of these, could potentially blind someone a time or two if we throw them at them, but I don't know that I would be the best for that. We could try. Might be useful.
Pocket sand. I like it.
Well, bottled dust, but yes.
Yeah, you smash it on their head and then you got a stabby thing too.
Well, okay.
See, this is your best idea yet.
Right sense.
Meant from a distance, but sure.
Can't throw sand that far.
It's not. It's in. You throw the bottle at them and it shatters on them, and
Yeah, but then you lose your stabby thing.
you should have a stabby thing in hand already. I don't see what the problem is.
But if you have the bottle in your hand, you can't have a stabby thing.
But you have the bottle in one hand and your stabby thing in the other.
Now it sounds to me like you're just wasting hands. You could have one in both.
Why would you have one in both when you're gonna throw one of them?
Cole walks out.
You're right. I could hold the bottle in each hand.
I don't. It's like speaking with a quickling, but stupid.
Tense. He's doing it intentionally, mate.
Right. And I'm gonna grab like 3 of the bottles and kind of hook them into my belt, or kind of slide them around in different pockets in my coat.
So as you grab the 3 bottles, place them in, you wipe the dust off the best you can. The contents sort of shift around inside. But
I'm gonna try shattering one against the wall to see if it'll, like I'm wanting it to. Just throw it against the wall.
It's not quite as dramatic as you intended, but you do get the, I guess, the desired effect. The wall itself, as the bottle shatters, is covered in this sort of brownish gray dust.
He'll toss a marble in that direction, and prestidigitation will cause the marble to kind of scrub the dust off the wall before it returns to his hand. And he'll follow the rest.
Here we go again.
Yep.
And try the door again. Oh, we got another one.
Door swings open, this time a 20-foot long, 10-foot high hallway. Bare stone, just another amber door. The end.
Mind if I check, see if this is weird?
Yeah, do the thing.
Yeah.
Why are you so adamant today? Do you
I
need
don't
to
know.
wake up Spicy?
I woke up. I got fricasseed. A little on edge.
He just ducks past him, and he's gonna like check the walls and check the floors for traps. Because short hallways to another amber door sounds sus.
I mean, if this name doesn't stick, we could always be Fortescue's fricassee many times as we've been torched.
Fortescue's finest fricassee.
I'd eat there.
I'm not gonna be saying that very often. I'll just stick to Fortescue's finest. I'm looking.
Fortescue's fried friends.
That's the rewards.
Because
Lord
Fortescue,
membership
of course,
program.
is not going to have an issue whatsoever. You're distracting me, and he's gonna like keep looking.
Make an investigation check.
15.
15, yeah. So you examine the hallway, looking for tripwires or potential pressure plates in the floor, anything that would set off some sort of trap. You examine the walls, the ceilings. Nothing. Minutes pass, and you feel confident that there's surprisingly no trap in this small corridor leading to an amber door.
He just quietly puts his hands in his pockets, shakes his head, and moves out
Wait
of
a
the way.
minute. Don't you have like a magic stick that finds these things for you now? You find one of those the other day.
It's only, I can only do it a few times.
Oh.
Or it has to have Dawn touch it.
Oh, well, yeah, we're in a cave, so that won't work.
Not what I just go to the next door, please.
Okay, door.
Hey, he's a bit spicy today. Alright.
Sounds like he's working on Junior already. He's lost.
Very slowly, Ash just turns into you.
Okay, as the next door opens, this time your eyes focus in the dark as they land on a 10-foot long staircase with just heading down further into the dust-filled dark. Judging by the dust on the floor, it doesn't look like anyone's been here in ages.
Well, if we're gonna try to do this floor by floor, then probably should ignore this for now.
Oh, I agree with you.
Close the doors behind us.
Yeah.
Shake and bake.
3, 2, 1, here we go.
And as you, again, slowly, the two of you on guard, open the door to the next chamber. This one dominating this room is a 12-foot tall model of a dark castle with high walls and tall spires stretching as if tendrils reaching into the darkness of the room itself. Behind it, tucked in a corner, are some ruined furnishings and a wooden chest.
Anything?
Yeah, yeah.
Does this look familiar?
If I was eventually to guess, it's like it's Strahd's arrangements.
Does it look like the castle that was up on the hill that I looked around? Or does it look more like the castle that was on the hill on the way to Barovia?
It looks more like what you understand to be Castle Ravenloft.
Hmm.
Huh. Anybody got some pen and paper? We gotta end up here eventually.
You know what, Ash? Remember what you did with the house in the death house way back when? From the mortal, right?
Yeah. Oh.
You suppose,
Okay, so one of the things that I can do, I have proficiency in forgery. I would like to try and make a carbon copy on paper on the backside of my scroll of evidence that I have from forever and a year ago. He's gonna look at Cole and be like, "Do you have a piece of that chalk?"
oh yeah, I should. Yeah. Toss it to him.
And let's see, forgery. Yeah, I'd like to basically do what I can to make a
Make a dexterity check at your proficiency.
Okay, I'll roll stealth just because that's
Sure.
what that
Same
roll
thing.
is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dirty 20.
All right. So it takes you the better part of maybe 10 or 15 minutes. You get a little caught in the details as you are meticulously mapping out each floor of this castle to the best of your ability. For the most part, you feel like you get a good rendering of the walls, but the interior it looks incomplete. For the most part, you get a pretty significant map to Castle Ravenloft.
And this is like the house. How do we make this a little bit easier for ourselves? Pens, let me borrow your rapier.
No.
I will give it back.
No?
I need a fine point. I got a sword. It's like I need a point.
Use one of your arrows that were so finely crafted.
Oh, yeah. Ash will take an arrow, and then he's gonna whittle a small hole in the base of the wall on each side, like basically adjacent to each of the towers. He's just gonna like whittle a little hole into the side. That would be an approximation.
Do you have proficiency in woodworking tools?
Fuck no.
I do.
Then just go ahead and make a dexterity check for me.
$21.
Nice.
So it takes maybe another 10 or 15 minutes for you to whittle your way through this wooden model of Castle Ravenloft. You carve holes in each wall, trying to create what you would believe to be efficient points of egress. were things to get difficult in the castle. And you do so. Whether or not that has any effect on the real world remains to be seen.
Worth a shot, right?
Well, you were quite adept at that. You don't have any experience with actual like wood carving, do you?
No.
Right.
Anything in the corner? Durango?
Well, my friend, it would appear that there is a chest on the floor, but the great Durango Fortescue is quite reluctant to touch it without a cursory examination from Mr. Dent.
Yeah. Give me a moment while I finish this. He kind of like wraps up, putting the little bitty pinholes where he can on his drawing. Puts the chalk over his ear with just like out of habit, and steps over and checks the chest.
Okay.
Investigation.
Yep.
13.
Again, sort of examining the locking mechanism, the edges of the chest, the sides. It seems to be an ordinary wooden chest. Nothing out of the ordinary that sticks out from a trap perspective.
Is it locked?
It is unlocked, and there is a name written across the front. It says Artemis.
Casimir, you ever heard of an Artemis?
Yes, of course. It is fairly well known. It was the original designer of Castle Ravenloft.
What is this castle standing on in terms of stand? Like what's it sitting on? Is it just like a normal table? Is it a stone slab of some sort?
It's a stone slab.
If that's the name of the original creator, is there any way that and he kind of looks over at the other broken stuff and looks at Cole? Can you try and break the bottom of this slab real quick? Just
Sure,
like
mate.
just pop a hole in it.
Well, I can try, but I can't, I guarantee nothing. Yeah, I'll,
And he's gonna direct him to kind of put it like near the back side of it, like over here.
we ain't got no chisel or hammer or nothing. Alright, so take out my morning star and, to the best of my ability, I try to line up a spike to stone.
Make a strength check for me. You're not proficient in mason's tools, are you?
Yeah, mate.
All right.
Lots of odd ability checks getting called into play here.
I love it. I'm here for it. Makes my DM heart happy.
It's 19.
19. So it makes you form a sort of makeshift hammer chisel using the spike of the morning star with the base of it, and you begin to hammer away at this stone slab that this is sitting on. After a bit of chiseling, you get maybe an inch and a half, almost 2 inches in, and it cracks up the side, but it doesn't seem to be hollow in any shape or form. You're just kind of continuing to carve away at it.
It's good enough.
Yeah, no, I was just sometimes people tend to get a little overzealous and really plan things from the basement up. If this is supposed to be a castle, I would assume there'd be a wine cellar of some sort. Figure there might be a way in. Granted.
didn't get that detailed though.
Again, some people are zealous in their work.
I know that Ten's made out the map, but with my sort of military tactics background, looking over the fortifications, can I kind of see where they're strongest, where they're weakest, possible places where, if we needed, a way in, besides like a front gate or something like it, or just anything that looks like, man, that piece wasn't planned out very well.
I will give you history or
I possibly give him some help with an insight. Since I
sure. Well, so yeah, why don't
Okay.
we do that? Why don't we do history at advantage?
Okay. They're all intelligence rolls. 10.
Yeah, it was either going to be that or wisdom, and I don't think it would have been too much better. So yeah, with a 10, honestly, looking at it, and you remember seeing this castle almost, sitting on this massive outcrop from the mountain up top. I mean, it looks incredibly well fortified, and honestly, if the height of the walls is anything to scale with the rest of the castle, it's almost unnecessary. The degree to which the citadel was designed in such an imposing fashion. Even Casarda wouldn't you don't typically build walls that high.
I suppose it's showing off at this point.
Casimir, you said this Artemis is obviously the well-known designer of the castle.
Well known as, well, much of Barovia's history has been lost to Strahd and time, unfortunately. But as far as the stories go, yes. As far as what happened to Artemis, if that's what your question is, no one knows.
Of course they don't.
Did he design anything else that you know of in Barovia?
Nothing that I'm aware of that was known outside of the name.
Does it? Anybody reckon where he stayed at?
I'm not certain.
What I
It seems an
assume it here.
unfortunate profession, does it not? Design an impenetrable fortress for me. You being the only individual that would know all of its comings and goings, right? And then it's almost like signing your own death sentence once it's completed, yes?
Someone like Strahd, yes.
Mm.
So,
Well, I hope we can study that map later and maybe find something, because these walls are like dragon protective. Did anyone check the chest yet?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. It wasn't unlocked, or was it locked?
It was unlocked.
Yeah, no. He would have been like he would have left it to Durango.
And Durango would have started rooting through it as discreetly as he could while everyone else was distracted with improvised masonry.
Make a perception check, Durango.
Solid.
That's Nate.
8. Yeah, so rooting around, it looks like remnants of some papers, although most of them crumble to dust, like in your hands, and anything that you manage to find is pretty much worthless inside.
None of the paper has legible writing. It's all just trash.
It's just all too worn with time and eaten.
Well, my friends, it would appear that there is very little here about our time. Perhaps we should continue.
Makes you wonder if we should continue at all.
Whatever do you mean, Mr. Tens?
Well, if all we can see is this old, likely outdated model of the castle, everything else is just crumbled to dust. Everything else is worn to nothing. I mean, even the place is starting to fall apart on the inside. I don't know if you saw that or not. I don't know that there's anything here.
Tens, I think you and your other elven friend here know better than anybody that some things have some sticking power, yeah?
This is useful. I mean, maybe it
got
is
a-
outdated, but yeah, we
We've
got a
got a
general
map.
layout.
Yeah, an outdated map. If the papers in that were written by the original architect of Castle Ravenloft, and he built this model here, and those papers just crumbled to nothingness. After how many years? Hundreds? Thousands? If Strahd has been here for that long, this is not reliable.
It's quite literally better than nothing, yeah? That's it.
For a base structure, maybe.
Come, Mr. Tens, shall we lament our inevitable fate whilst we march towards it rather than standing in this freezing room?
I'm quite comfortable.
Tensfeta, if there is anything of value here, magical in nature, it would not typically decay with time. I think we're just beginning to scratch the surface.
Probably. Carry on.
If anything, I think it should bolster your conviction that we're at least looking in the right place to find something to give us more information about Strahd and his curse.
Exactly, just move on.
Might when it was behind the last door like this.
Alright. Get this over with. And
Rango, you want to make sure you're ready, just in case.
My friend, I appreciate your concern, but you must remember you speak to the great Durango Fortescue.
Oh, I know, mate. You take care of yourself, but help us out if you blasted him before we get to him, yeah?
My friend, you have my assurances.
and try the door.
The doors, the heavy set of amber double doors swing open easily. As they open, the room before you is lit. Well lit. Immediately, the smell of cooked meat and sweet vegetables, piping hot gravy and wine fills your nostrils. Around the room, torches and sconces illuminate a dining table splayed out across the center. Covering the table is a magnificent feast that fills the hall with the smells that immediately assails your nostrils.
Yeah.
Oh man, as much as I want to get at it, yeah, fucking, there's no way this is.
This can't be real, right? This
Nah,
has
it
gotta
can't
be.
be.
I mean, the other guys are sleeping on, some animal skins and Strahd. There's either somebody literally just left this room, or this is not real. Ash is gonna go up to the table and just try to pass his hand through some of the stuff and see what happens.
I'm gonna laugh so hard if it just clatters it all to the ground.
Yeah, so as you pass your hand through, or as you pass your hand over the table, you're intentionally trying to move stuff, right?
I think it's an illusion. Ash thinks it's an illusion, so he's gonna try to pass his hand through it like it's an illusion.
Yep. And as you pass your hand through, much of the table is illusory. It begins to, your hand just passes through the food, the wine, several of the goblets, until it bumps and knocks into a green copper ewer embossed with, looks like images of dancing bears and elks and wolves, and it just in the center, like sort of hidden amongst the feast itself, which actually seems to be real. Everything else is illusory.
Okay, sorry, dumb Jay here. What's a ewer?
Like a pitcher.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna take it and grab it.
The second you grab the pitcher itself, everything else fades. All around you, the illusion begins to dispel. The torches flare a bit before starting to dim, and as they dim, suddenly in the dimming light, you see all around the table 7 figures sitting in each chair as if ready to partake of the feast. And as it all vanishes before them, each one turns to you, Jay, before these ghost-like figures erupt in malice and rage, their faces contorting impossibly wide as they all let out a singular horrible scream that echoes throughout the chamber. I need everybody to roll initiative.
I'm sorry. Oh God! What did I do?
It was gonna happen at some point, friend.
I'm sure.
I mean, maybe.
Wow, those are.
Those are terrifying.
Did you go into the static exit handbook?
I did not.
It says no active encounter.
Yeah.
No active encounter.
Way to air out his dirty laundry.
Could you put Casimir somewhere that makes a little more sense?
Yeah. I'd probably. There you go. That seem reasonable?
Yes.
Durango.
Why is Casimir always first?
Rolling hot tonight, boys.
Ash.
Oh, he's not first.
That is a natural 20 on that initiative roll. I'm fucked.
All right, so as the lights completely go out now, these spectral forms, each one just launching themselves at you, Jay. The first one floating through the stone table, which has remained, the table itself, and the chairs now broken and dust-filled and rotten. It just floats impossibly fast towards you, and as it does, it reaches a spectral hand out to you. All right, that is a 6.
6 doesn't hit.
6 doesn't hit. So quickly, you seeing the creature come at you, you manage to pull away, but not before again more of them begin to swarm you. It's a 16.
16 hits.
Beautiful. You are going to take 11 points of necrotic damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
21.
21. Yeah. So as this hand reaches out and grasps you now, this spectral arm, you feel this icy cold just begin to shoot through your veins where the hand passes through you. As it does, you almost feel your life energy being pulled away as you start to freeze, but you panic and you again push yourself backwards and away from the creature. Oh, but I got so many. I've got so many of them. This is nice. All of them now reaching, trying to grasp for you.
Mm-hmm.
18.
I think I can impose disadvantage on the 18.
Okay.
Where is that?
$16.
16 still hits, yeah.
All right, you take 9 points of necrotic damage, and I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
I get +3 to it because you're within 10 feet of me.
15.
Yeah, 15, fine, right? You feel that the icy tendrils begin to pull, and although it's painful, you still manage to maintain yourself. The last one is going to reach out at you. Is that persistent, your disadvantage, or just once?
That was a reaction.
Okay. Is it until the end of your turn, or?
You can use your reaction to put advantage on the attack roll.
Okay, that's it. All right. The next one's a 6. Yes, so the next one. So all of them start to leap out and grab at you, and you manage to just barely fight off those. Your whole body getting colder and colder the more they surround you. Casimir.
Casimir is going to slap his hands together and pull out an arcane sigil that just kind of floats in the air for a moment before Ash becomes a mammoth as he casts polymorph.
Okay.
A mammoth.
A mammoth.
Gonna let
But
that
Jay,
happen.
you didn't have a mammoth on deck.
Got the mammoth stat block.
I think I might.
It needs to be an extra scowling mammoth, like a really, really dour-looking mammoth.
Doesn't trumpet, just huffs.
That's just what I could pull out of my ass, like, rather quickly as I realized I had prepared polymorph today, so.
Okay. Ash, I take it you're willing?
Yeah.
No. Okay. So as he begins to cast on you, you just let it go. You feel your body begin to change. A change that's not wholly unfamiliar to you. But in
polymorph once before.
Yeah. As you start to, as your entire body begins to contort and expand, the table immediately getting pushed and shoved to the side of the room. As all of you watch Jay begin to, I guess, fill up the entirety of the room here. Trying to think, the ceiling is 15 feet high, so I think you might be all right.
It is a. Well, hold on. Let me check the rules of the spell first, because I may not be able to do a mammoth. I may have to do something that's smaller, but I think I can do a mammoth.
It's huge, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There's no size restriction from what I can see. Jesus.
Oh my god. Oh my.
And the screaming of the specters is suddenly replaced with the very sudden and loud stamp and or whatever. I don't know. Is that close?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Eh,
Yeah, I couldn't. Anyways,
eh.
great.
And anyway,
Does that end Casimir's turn?
and now he will back up and kind of get away a little bit behind Tense. He's gonna pat Tense on the shoulder as a good luck and back away.
All right, the Spectre is thoroughly confused. Is, I guess, gonna go attack the mammoth. That's a 19.
That'll hit.
Hits, yeah. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
As a mammoth.
You are within 10 feet of me, so you get +3 to that.
Mammoth has +5 to con saves.
Yeah.
Take your 7 points of necrotic damage.
So 10, so 13.
Yeah, that's a success. Oh, as all of you watch these specters begin to swarm and try to pile on top of this mammoth like something out of a Neolithic cave painting. It's a 14.
That'll hit.
7 points of damage. I need you to make another Constitution save.
+3.
Are you applying the damage to your Ash Mammoth token?
No, should I be?
Yeah. You now
Okay.
have 126 hit points. So
Okay. Yeah, I was just doing it manually. I didn't know. So 4, 9, 10, 11,
that's
12.
fine. Just as long as you know you have 126, it's not going against yours. It's going against this mammoth
Yep.
hit points. All right. Great. All right. And with that, Tensveta.
Tens will take his son's sword. He will step in. And he will stab a specter, or at least try to. $20 hit.
20 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Got a friend within 5 feet, so I get my 3d6.
Ooh.
That is spicy. That is 24 points of radiant damage. And we'll call that a booming blade and take another 1 point of thunder as he just, stands there. He just walks up looking at the mammoth like, what the hell? And stabs. And then he will bonus action disengage and step back.
Yeah, Vicious, the specter turns to you just in time to scream as the sun sword cuts through it. As it does, you watch the form itself just rip away as if there's some sort of spectral flesh that is torn as the sun sword cuts through it, and the entire form just evaporates into cinders in front of you. Somewhere deep in the back of your mind, you feel like you hear the words, or the word, war.
He will stay where he's at. That's his turn.
I think I got skipped there.
Always. I always skip the great Durango Fortescue.
It's understandable, my friend, not wishing to contend with the great Durango Fortescue. In a well-practiced display, like they've done this a couple times before, Durango holds his mandolin headstock out in front of him and just proceeds to pop out from behind Cole in an almost cartoon-like fashion, blasting as he does so.
You can see him just raising his hands up with the mandolin over the top of him, just.
The old blind fire. That's an 11 to hit.
11 misses. Yeah, between the specter's incorporeal forms and the giant mammoth in front of you, it just your shot goes wide.
Blast number 2. What do we got? That is it's a 15 to hit.
15 hits. You trying to hit the one right in front of Cole?
Right in front of Cole. Yeah, that's 11 damage.
11. Yeah, as that blast from your mandolin slams into that incorporeal form, it hits it as if it has mass, right? You watch as bits of it sort of crumble and darken as the strike hits, and it recoils and turns and screams in your direction. Is that end your turn, Mute Boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
You boy.
Mute Boy. Ryan. Cole.
Yeah, so after Durango finishes, it was well practiced. I actually come up with a spear from below and I sort of try to skewer it through the side of him. I can't roll for shit. 13? That's 13 hit?
13 hits.
Oh, okay. Is it 9 points of damage to the one directly in front of me?
9 points. Yes, the spear cuts through that blade, is sort of shimmering as it does. It's very similar to the sun sword. It cuts through, and as it cuts, it almost like it hits flesh in a spectral form as bits tear away from it. It is sort of flickering in place now, barely managing to stay corporal as it still up.
All right, here's my extra attack on it. 17.
17 hits.
No dice rolls today. All right. Another 8 points of damage on it.
All right. With that, it just dissipates, flaring into these blood-like drops that just drop to the ground and dissipate.
All right, we're gonna go with that one next.
Ash / Mammoth.
The Ashtodon.
I like it. Just gonna swing my tusks to the left. We're gonna be trying to hit that one right here. Maybe. Whatever, it's gonna be this one. Let's try. For a 26 to hit.
26 will hit, yeah.
For 30 points of damage. Of 30 points of piercing.
Despite the fact that the tusks are not magical in nature, it still rips through the form with just a sheer force and velocity that the specter immediately dissipates into a puff of dust.
I only get the one attack. Yep.
So sorry. Of course, as you stomp and crash, those tusks ripping apart, those bits of wood and plank and from the chairs that remain are just scattered across the room. Cole, you dart back a little bit, looking up at this monstrosity. The room shakes and cracks. The floor itself cracks a little bit, and with the weight of the mammoth, and bits of rubble and dust fall from the ceiling. This specter. Why can I not? Okay, there we go. Is going to also go for. I'm sorry, he'll go there. He's just gonna. They're all gonna go for the mammoth. Why not? It's a 7. He doesn't hit it somehow. All right. This one is also going. Yeah. So all of a sudden, all the specters begin to once again pile on, trying to tear down this massive creature. It's a 23. There we go.
That'll hit.
I'm gonna use my reaction to give it disadvantage.
The 10 will miss.
10 will miss. Casimir.
This is like a DM's worst nightmare.
Quick, somebody summon forest creatures, all of them.
Yeah.
Casimir will just step forward and fire up a firebolt at the southernmost one and get a 22 to hit.
22 hits.
4 points of fire damage because he's so proud of himself, focusing so hard on keeping him a mammoth. And that's his turn.
Right. Spectre 1. A 13 will hit, yes?
Yes. Hard class 13.
Make a constitution saving throw for me. Take 9 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, +3.
So he has a +8 to his saves.
Yeah.
Just don't roll a 2 or lower and you're fine.
Yeah, 13, 16. Take damage as well.
Should save my reaction.
Yeah, the 24 will hit. Ooh.
That's a terrible crit.
Wow.
There's worse things than 7 specters.
I know.
I can imagine
23
so.
on the
11
con save
points in
that
necrotic, and you saved on the Constitution saving throw. So as these specters begin to just continue to swarm around, not fully comprehending the mammoth size, some of them are continue to back away. There's slight confusion in their spectral aggression, although their rage is still completely pointed at you, Ash, in this form. Ten's better.
Tins is just gonna run in and stab again. $25 to hit.
25 hits.
Booming blade. And sneak attack. For, let's see, that's 18 points of radiant, 5 points of thunder now. And is it dead?
Yes.
Okay, then he will just stand there. And he's going to give the mammoth advantage on the next attack against this one.
I think we found a new strat, boys. I think this is the
I'll,
way.
This is the meta.
He just says, he like runs into the room, leaps up onto the table, stabs this one, and turns and like taps the tusk with the sunblade and just says, "That one next."
Durango.
Unable to help himself, Durango charges forward, and with a graceful leap, tries to get on the mammoth's back.
Athletics check.
Or acrobatics. I'll give you either one.
Oh, come on.
Acrobatics? Alright.
No. No.
26?
He's supposed to fail.
So another practiced maneuver, you dart and leap off of Cole. He places his shield down and sort of lifts as you dart up and rush up the back of this giant mammoth. Now, huge creature, right?
It's gonna hurt. That's squeezing up there.
Is about 16 feet. Yeah, so it's pretty. Yeah, I would say.
He slips into the tusk and he just rides the tusk.
I have to check because
He rides the tusk.
Just is like laying in the crook, like just strumming on his mandolin.
so
walking
the
over.
ceiling in the room is
exactly.
20 feet high. So actually,
Oh.
you're fine. Yep. So you're as you dart up to the back, you land securely on the back of the giant ash mammoth.
And
Ashtodon.
looking like
The Ashtodon.
looking like he's
Ashtodon,
rode mammoths
so
every
sorry.
day for the last couple of years of his life. Durango starts blasting down at the southernmost specter.
You ever wanted character art?
That's
This
an
is a hell
11
of
for
a
the
party
first one,
portrait.
and a 12 for the second.
Yeah, the first one's a miss. The 12 is a hit.
Eight damage.
8 damage. So there we go. Whoops.
I want to see this mammoth crit.
Oh God. Oh, Strahd.
I mean, God, it may be a new strategy there. Yeah.
That's my turn. That's all I got.
Yeah, so firing off the back of it, just sort of willy-nilly at this point, not even really paying attention to what you hit. Durango just starts spraying Eldritch Blast across the room from the back of this giant Ashtodon. Cole.
watch out, Ash! And I'm gonna run around and like sort of like jump over the table here and to flank this guy here. And as it's facing him, I'm just gonna back of the head, straight in. Is it 21 to hit?
21 hits.
So 1 on the die by 7 points of damage. Oh, and yeah, just gonna keep stabbing. $11 to hit.
11 misses. Unfortunately, it's the again, the mammoth is just taking up so much space, right? These incorporeal forms is tough to land. The first strike cuts into that spectral form. It screams again, and as that spear pierces it. The second one, unfortunately, the position shifts and it sort of vanishes for a moment, just too quickly for you to follow through. Ashtodon.
With advantage.
Yeah. After feeling the tap on his tusk, he's just gonna swing his head wide. Also kind of catch a look of Durango up on his shoulder. And then come crashing down on that one. For a gore attack with advantage. For a 29.
That's almost a crit.
Go ahead and roll damage.
For 21 points of damage.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah, those tusks swing wide again, just missing Cole as they sweep through. Right, this specter is again going to attack the mammoth. Why not?
16 hits.
Right. Make a Constitution saving throw for me. Take 5 points of necrotic damage.
And con save.
+3.
7, 8, 9, 10.
10 still saves. Yep. Casimir.
Well, he can't see, so he's gonna, officially make his way into the room for the first time. And shoot a firebolt.
Kind of like
14?
in the mammoth.
I was gonna say
14 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. That fire crackling at the tip of his fingers and shooting across the room. Slams into the form. The fire just sort of burning into that spectral flesh for a moment. The next one going to attempt to rake at the Ashtodon. It's a natural 1. All right, Tensveta.
Feeling that hunger, that thirst in the blade, he steps in front and will attack with the booming blade again. 22 hits.
Go ahead and roll damage.
19 points of damage in radiant, and another 1 point of thunder.
Yeah, and as it again just rips through the spectral form, right? Cutting it, and it just evaporates into those embers again. You hear that urge in the back of your head. More.
And then he will bonus action, use the help action, I guess. Looking at probably Cole. No, Durango seems to be having issues up there. To help him shoot the dude left. He'll stab in and just say, "Will you hit something today, Durango?"
My apologies, Mr. Tens. My footing is quite unstable. And with that, he starts blasting. It's 21 to hit for 8 damage. Second blast is it's a 9 to hit.
Yeah, that first one hits, right? That energy crackling across it. Again, the second one, just Durango, just wild with glee, just barely able to focus. All right. Cole.
Alright, let's wrap this up then. Run up and sort of like a Superman punch, but with a spear. It's 19 on the die for 27 total. To hit.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, that
No,
hits.
28. 28. I don't know why I said 27.
28 hits. 27 also would have hit.
7 damage.
All right, yeah, it screams again as that spear tip rips through its incorporeal form. Still alive. Well.
Yeah, extra attack on him. Just go back to sleep. 14 to hit.
14 hits.
I can't roll damage today. 8 points of damage on him.
8 points as all the torches suddenly go out in the room and the last specter vanishes. Looming in the dark, this massive form just stomping in front of you. As the room once again goes quiet. Well, minus the mammoth.
Well, once everything's fine, I imagine Casimir would drop concentration on it. No point in keeping it.
Asher, form suddenly shrinking back down into your normal size. The room now seeming to expand around you as you see the table and everything pushed to the side, slammed against the wall.
Durango standing on Ash's shoulders, dismounting with a backflip.
Oh yeah, that would have been weird. I don't do piggyback. That was kind of fun.
He's got 2 more of those. 3 if you count the highest level slot.
Well, this is what started it. Anybody want to tell me what this thing does?
Despite the fact it worked out that time, you really have to just stop grabbing things. So, at first I thought it was just an inconvenient truth, but now it's becoming very evident.
Listen, I usually grab people. I don't usually grab things. Not a thief. So this is all new to me.
You're not particularly living up to that, Monica, at the moment. You're sort of pushing through doorways and grabbing into whatever object. Yeah, let me see it.
Nobody appreciates. What is this thing?
He takes a few minutes and sort of looks it over, turning it in his hands. Well, it seems to possess a bit of transmutation magic. So it's great for parties. You say the words here, and he points to the runes on the side, and you can produce wine or even purify poisonous liquids if necessary.
Wait. You say we got infinite wine?
No, we don't. In his bag.
Yeah, well, not a thief. Understood.
The winner of the war gets the spoils.
Well, I mean, Casimir, there ain't no use of us just letting it stay here sitting around, not being used. I don't think no one's coming for it.
I've no qualms with you taking anything that we stumbled across. It was merely trying to get an understanding of who my companions are.
According to you, I need to be more thief-like. That's what I heard.
I don't think.
Perhaps in your caution. But anyways.
Well, you ready to move on, Ash?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's do it.
All right.
As I pass by Durango, I just say, like, mate, you gotta write a story about that one.
My friend, I'm already trying to find the appropriate rhymes for Mr. Ash. Mammoth smash. Trunk go bash.
I think it's got to be in 4/4, right? It's quick. Something like a 160 tempo. Yeah, something around there.
My friend, apparently I am rubbing off on you.
Oh, yeah, I learned a couple things.
I can hear it now. Here's the story about Handsome Ash. Turned into a mammoth. Had a big old bash.
A what?
I know, work on it.
Oh, yeah, leave that to Durango, yeah?
I can't do a goddamn thing. Can't even try. Goes to the door.
No, I don't think you should be at the door.
I'm opening door. He checks door. This is what we've been doing.
Unless you want to be a tens, be my guess if you think, you know, you'd like to stand right in front of something that comes charging through.
Let me check on my features real quick.
I think I liked him better as a mammoth.
He's same level of intelligence.
Intense as like same level of intelligence.
No, by all means, cover it and go. Do what you're going to do.
You guys see Ash just kind of take a few deep breaths to calm himself in that moment. And as he does, I'm going to do my second wind. All right.
Okay. Are you opening doors?
Let's do it.
I don't know if I can control my token back yet.
Oh, there we go. That's my fault, I see.
Oh, thank you. I'm not sure you did the fancy turned me into a mammoth and I didn't have to switch back and forth for stat blocks, so I appreciate that.
Boundary
Right.
for all your games.
Boundary, yeah. So, as you open the door, I assume.
Yeah.
The balcony beyond is a black marble. A almost shimmering void in the already black room beyond. That large, almost cathedral-like entryway with that giant stone statue in the center. The balcony overhangs the northwest corner of the temple, roughly 30 feet above the cathedral below. Nearly half the balcony as it stands has already fallen away. Obvious cracks have formed near its ragged edge.
Oh, this looks less than sturdy. Ash will step out and just kind of give a few good stomps and then dart back to the relative safety of the doorway.
As you stomp on the ground, you can feel it crumble a bit. Bits of rock and stone break. The bits of it crack and fall under your footsteps. It doesn't give way, but
I don't know how much this is gonna hold. If we're gonna do this, it's gonna have to be quick. Probably one at a time would probably be best.
After you, mate.
Are we sure we want to let me go first? Because I'm telling you, if as unstable this is, I'm gonna run through that next door.
I'm fairly light. I could probably get there and back fairly quickly.
All right. Have at it.
And he will dash over, very quickly kick the door open, and then see if he can step in.
You do easily. The bare stone room beyond consists of a foyer to the east and a shrine to the west, mirroring the other side. Candlesticks in this room are draped in cobwebs, where on the other side they had been sort of tossed about, knocked over. Each stand in the four corners of the foyer. The shrine itself, a faceless obsidian statue, staring dark against a dark backdrop, raised in the alcove at the western end of the chamber. And slumped before the statue are two desiccated corpses in tattered garments. Two additional pairs of alcoves line the north and south walls.
Ash will sprint off after him.
Think it's fine?
I don't know. Does the other one had one of those doors in the wall? Does this one got one too?
Tenzel.
Actually, I need the two of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Shit.
Oh, good. Is this a charm effect?
Is this a charm effect?
Or something that's going to try and put me to sleep?
It is not. What were your results?
Natural 1 for 3.
18?
Sveta, as you continue to look around the room, Ash, you see this obsidian statue, this sort of faceless god, mirroring the same form of the one you've seen several other times in the temple itself. You can't help but be drawn to it. And as you move closer and closer, you watch him now, Tenzveta, almost in slow motion as he just continues to very quickly move towards the statue itself.
Ash? Ash?
What?
Don't touch it.
Too late. Reaching out and touching it.
As your hand touches the smooth, cold stone obsidian surface, that's where we're going to go ahead and take our first break. So, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for sticking in there. Please remember to spend your elf eggs. Of course, if you've got the extra scratch, you don't want to take your chances with just your elf eggs alone. Remember, you can donate to Nami for extra dice giveaways this month for those Mystic Sigil dice. And we'll be giving away stuff all month, so pay attention to all that, as well as air traffic control game tonight. So yeah, give us a little bit, get our ducks in a row, our obsidian statues in a safe and orderly fashion, and
Within
We'll see you in a
reaching
few minutes.
distance.
In a reachable, caressable distance, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
not
Can we
small at my
can we roll
end.
with advantage if we're both looking?
Sure.
All right.
You know, I mean, you're looking at where are you looking for traps? Or are you looking for where this door is?
No, we're looking through the pockets of these dead dudes.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we woke up in a pile of dead dudes. We want their shit.
That's a 19.
Yeah, with a 19, you rummage through the bodies and the robes. They seem to be, although similarly dressed in, I guess, like lighter robes, like wizard robes. The styles are completely different. Maybe even decades apart. As you rummage through the corpses and the pockets, you don't find anything.
Dead guys. Yeah, what are they good for?
Yeah. I think they might have starved sitting here. Probably robbed in the process.
Oh fuck, that could have been us.
That could have been us.
Durango would have gotten his arrows back.
Tens would have lived after me. For longer than me.
Mhm.
Wait. You're going to anyway, I guess.
Probably.
Not made elves. Is that door open?
I'm not opening it, but it's right here.
Listen, we've very clearly... I'm not allowed to be the first one in any door anymore. I'm just... Even I've come to terms with this fact.
Have you?
Begrudgingly.
Have you?
Begrudgingly. If somebody else doesn't do it, I will do it.
I'm already at the door.
Okay. As you open the door, Tenzetta sort of outlining and showing where the mechanism is, seeing it with the Wand of Secrets to open it. It struggles to give way at first, and as you open it inward, out, you suddenly jump, Cole, as from inside, hundreds of human skulls just pour out, spill across the floor.
Oh,
Ew.
what the fuck?
This is good. This bodes well.
A
Yes.
hidden door full of skulls.
I was moving Necromancer Den a few years back. Where's yours? And looking at the corpses on the ground.
The room itself, 30 feet high, packed floor to ceiling with these just skulls, not even full human remains. Even getting through to the other side looks like it would of the room would take minutes to clear a path. What you do make out is oddly on the ceiling, attached 30 feet in the air, an upside down iron chest with a barrel shaped lid.
Anybody want to give me a boost?
I mean, I could just go up there.
Oh.
Give me a minute, and I'm just gonna start sniffing the air, and I'm gonna cast Divine Sense.
What is that, fiend?
Celestial Undead.
And that's what, 30 feet?
60
can't
feet.
Go around. Can't go around cover though.
Yeah, okay. Nothing seems to catch your attention.
Anything interesting in there?
Check it out there. And I step out of the doorway and kind of wade through the skulls.
He kind of makes his way over, stepping lightly on them, respectfully. He pulls that wand out again and just kind of flicks it upward to see if the chest is trapped.
The wand again vibrates in your hand, and you see the northern door of the chamber illuminate. The chest itself does not.
Interesting. And then I will become a puff of snow and land on top of the chest as I face step up.
Okay. Sort of hanging upside down? Or are you like climbing like on top
Oh no,
of a
on
pile
like
of
on top.
skulls?
No, like I'm appearing on top of the chest because you said it's upside down hanging, right?
Yeah, but I mean like attached to the ceiling.
Oh,
The
well.
wrong way, so you can't appear on top of it. Yeah.
Well, then I guess I'll just can I teleport up and try and grab a hold of the chest? Is there like handles
Sure.
or anything that I can grab a hold
Yeah.
of? Yeah.
Make a athletics check.
Come on, give me acrobatics.
Or yeah, I'll give you acrobatics. That's fine.
22.
Yeah, so you teleport up and you manage to latch onto the handles on the side, the lid. You grab a hold of it, and you can use some of the skulls underneath the pile. I mean, it is like floor to ceiling.
And he's gonna try the mechanism to see if it'll open.
Yep. You attempt to open it. It appears to be locked.
Okay. With one hand, he'll like stow the wand and pull out his thieves' tools and try to do it one-handed. Since he's holding on with one hand and like
Go ahead and
standing
make
on
a-
top of the stools
Dexterity.
with proficiency. 12.
Yeah, unfortunately, no matter how you twist or turn, it's either the angle or the lock is complicated. You're also upside down technically, so yeah, it just does not want to budge.
All right, and we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way. And he pulls out his crowbar. He's gonna like reach over onto his bag and pull the crowbar off the side and like try to hook it underneath the lid and Jimmy rig it up.
Make a strength check.
With a crowbar, I get advantage.
Huh. Crowbars are useful. Good
But
thing
I
had
got a
advantage.
-1 to strength, so a 9.
Never mind.
Yeah, you should attempt to pry, even just upside down, even using your full weight on the crowbar. You just chest doesn't budge.
Well, it's impossible. Sorry. And he just takes the crowbar, flips it back over, and sticks it into his pack and just slides down the skulls back out.
Well, you're just gonna give up like that?
Oh, I can't open it. There's a door on the other side, by the way. Unless you marked that and I'm wrong. Is there one over
No,
here?
I did.
Okay, cool.
I mean, do we want to go through the room full of... Go into the room that is being guarded by hundreds of human skulls?
Why, Mr. Ash, when we come through this and you are telling the tale later of the room piled to the ceiling with human skulls, and the people ask you, Mr. Ash, what lay beyond the room, piled high with human skulls? Whatever shall you tell them?
I don't know, because I walked away and lived to tell the tale.
You're worrying about survival and you walked in here the building willingly.
I mean, that was
That's
until
true.
I just sat down in front of a statue.
Yeah, I will say
the skulls are just a little much, even for me.
You literally walked, like you fought a bunch of wild men and a massive
Yep.
wolf,
Uh-huh.
and then proceeded to immediately step into the next room, anticipating danger, and then still furthermore, you opened another room immediately after handling and nearly dying to floating fireball skulls, and you tell me you aren't willing to take a risk?
You can understand why I'm a little sensitive to skulls.
My friends, I believe that this is a job for the great Durango Fortescue. And he wades through the skulls. Points the headstock of his mandolin straight up towards the chest, lets off a couple of blasts, and leaps backwards.
Oh, that's not the. I was. There's a door. There's a door.
Wow. I don't know what that was.
I'm sorry, Durango. Where did you go? I was reading.
I was trying to smash open the chest with Eldritch Blast.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
$19.
19. Yeah, as the blast slams into the chest, it just dissipates over the top of it. Nothing.
See? Impossible. Now go open the door.
If someone could get me up there, I can wrench the thing down. I got a crowbar too.
Just climb.
Climbing like a peasant. Come here, Sir Cole.
Watch this.
Durango launches into a tune. While his right hand keeps playing, he reaches out his left hand around Cole's shoulders, and they start levitating up. And use levitate.
Now that's just
You're
cheating.
muted, sir.
Levitate up to the top of the chest.
Yeah, this is opening one way or another, and I sort of wedge it between where the barrel sort of hinges, and I'm not gonna just break the metal at this point.
Go ahead and make a strength check with advantage.
Crowbars.
Okay.
And magnifying glasses.
It's a 21.
Who all is in the room, by the way?
I mean, I imagine I'm probably like right on the edge of the room, on the edge of the skulls, just watching.
And Ash just outside. Seer, he's half put by the room full of skulls.
Yeah, as you wedge that crowbar in with all your might, you attempt to break that seal. With a crack, the crowbar snaps, and the chest is still unopened.
Are you bloody kidding me? Piece of junk.
Do you have any other tricks up your sleeve, Mr. Cole, or shall we return to the floor?
I could hit it harder. But that's about all I got, mate.
Has anybody ever considered that maybe, like, this is, like, just supposed to be a distraction for Tomb Raiders?
I mean, it likely is. Again, there's a door on the other side. Do I need to repeat it a fifth time?
Mate, what's your door got to do with a chest?
I
One's
don't
a door,
know,
one's
but
a
it might
chest.
open it. You never know. The mechanism to open the chest may be on the other side of the door.
I go check your door.
Denzel wade over and open the door in a huff. Or at least try to.
Yeah, it takes a few minutes, like 5 or 6 minutes, just to wade through the just piles and piles of skulls that filled the room. And eventually you get over and you find, with a bit of searching and the help of the wand, you find the mechanism to open the door. As the door opens, those more skulls sort of pour into the room. Another 15-foot high room contains the trappings of royalty. Ornate furniture, exquisite rugs, tapestries, a decorative statuary. Everywhere you look, hence, are lit candelabras atop small tables. The beauty of the decor is undone by a thick coating of dust and cobwebs. And of course, standing in the center of the room, a decrepit skeletal figure clad in tattered robes.
I'm sorry. Come back another time.
From the centers of its eyes, these red pinpoints, as it stares back at you. Do I know you?
Probably not, though you may know the great Durango Fortescue.
My friend, of course he knows the great Durango Fortescue.
A skeletal hand reaches up, long bony fingers, and scratches at a skull, and this horrible scratching sound as it does. You can see the skull now has these markings on it where it's been scratched many, many times. I don't recall a Fortescue.
Just be honest with me for a moment. Are you gonna kill me if I'm not forthright and stuff?
Have you done something that would warrant a quick death?
I imagine one of these idiots behind me would say yes, though I don't believe so.
Scratches at that skull again. Then I see no need to waste any additional time.
Should I leave? I didn't catch your name?
Just sort of shrugs. Scratching at the skull again. Name.
Is your head okay?
I had a name. And I've forgotten it. Do you know who I am?
Based off of like a quick scan around the room and kind of the different effects, can I gather any information off of who this guy could possibly be in terms of work experience?
Make a perception check.
I was hoping you'd give me an insight check, but I'll take it. 18.
18. So looking around the room quickly, and again, the room itself is extravagant in nature. But everything rotten and old, much like the figure in front of you. The only thing that stands out, that seems to be surviving the test of time, is a large iron, like copper, bronze-clad spell book sitting on top of a rotten, pedestal.
I don't know that I could help you understand who you are, though I bet, and he kind of points over at it, that there's a potential that you wrote your name in it.
He wanders over to it and looks. Exenter. Is that me?
What? Exenter?
Exenter.
Extender.
Would you like that to be you?
I don't know if they've done something that would warrant a quick death.
Are you?
It was a joke. What are the rest of you doing?
Can I hear the conversation from the...
I would say, given the clutter in the room and everything else going on, I'd say no. I mean, you can kind of tell that Tens is talking to someone, but you can't really hear anything beyond that.
pretty much waiting for Tensveta to explode right now. Just hanging out in that doorway.
Yeah, I was gonna say if there's skulls and people in that room and it's stopped, I'm standing there. What's going on? Who are you talking to?
Do I hear him behind me? Over the clutter behind me?
Just Durango and Cole.
Muted.
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I'd say passive perception 16. It's muffled
Okay.
again because of the just skulls in the way. It makes very good soundproofing, I'm told. I don't know firsthand.
I'm told. Can I see Ash from where I'm at? Like at
No.
all? Okay. Can I see Cole or Durango from where I'm at?
You're literally swimming. Like, you're swimming in these skulls, by the way. I mean, the room is full.
Right.
So, yeah.
But can I see?
I know. Are they still levitating at the chest?
I think we were
It's
probably
up to
come
you.
down after the failure.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I would say that all you would be able to see would be a bit of a gap where the skulls are sort of spilled out into the doorway beyond.
Okay. I'll send a quick telepathic message, like in the middle of the conversation, back to Durango, not Cole, in this scenario, and just say, "Undead guy, been here a long time. Can't remember his name. Sounds familiar."
It would appear to recall that Mr. Tens is meeting most interesting people.
And then he will attempt to step in the room a little bit, cautiously.
We can't let him in there alone then. Tez, what we tell you about talking to random strangers in ancient temples?
Of friends with you.
Yes, though I didn't expect him to come with me. Sorry.
Fine.
Would you mind if
More
I
the
looked?
merry.
Would you mind if I looked through your book? Assuming it's yours.
He waves a bony hand over it.
Yeah, like very quickly and kind of like gets really close to that edge of the bed and just kind of like scoots past it, trying to stay out of reach, and just, leans away a little bit as he starts flipping through the book to see if he can find any information on this guy.
Yeah, inscribed on the spine of this bronze-covered spell book is the Incans of Alexander.
Alexander.
Right, as far as the spells, I mean, some of them are incredibly complex. Again, far beyond what you're capable of, and you see quite a few in the that are almost terrifying in nature. You sort of shudder as you go through them, right?
Well, if this was you, it's definitely very accomplished arcanist.
Sounds like me. I wish I knew who that was.
Oh, nice place you got here. Hello.
And he just sort of wanders around the room. He's like, those bony fingers just like scraping across like furniture, tapping against it.
With his back to me, I'm gonna try and slip the book into my into my coat.
Oh, he's gonna attack.
I knew
He's
that
gonna
was gonna
fireball out of us, you ass.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
If we wipe, man, this is on you.
I know it's on me.
So, if Durango notices Tens doing this, can he at least attempt to provide a distraction?
I don't know if you notice that he's doing it. He needs to make a sleight of hand check.
This is such a bad idea.
Oh,
Do I-
my
do I-
god.
wow.
Oh my
my
god.
God.
no!
This is where I do that DM thing where I go, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
For those of you that can't see the numbers on the screen, we both rolled an 11 after he rolled a natural 1. God, I'm sweating.
Can Durango do that distraction? That pass?
He sort of sees. He turns in time to see that you pick up the book, and it looks like you're.
It's gorgeous. I like books. I like stories.
Is that what you are here for?
A story?
Our
By no means. And at this point, he's going to telepathically make sure that Cole and Durango hear him mentally say something to the effect of, "I'd like to take this with me, but I don't know that's a good idea." Very rapid shot.
You see Cole going,
Durango?
Durango is quickly eyeing up the exit.
And what of you two? Why have you come?
You must forgive our lack of manners, our new friend. I, of course, am the great Durango Fortescue. This is brave Sir Cole Mavvin.
hello.
We have come in search of answers, looking for ways to assist us in ridding this land of a great evil. A task befitting heroes of our stature.
Yes.
Great evil.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many great evils. I don't remember them.
There is a name. It lives on the lips of the people, whispered furtively in the night, echoes across the mountains, through the forest, echoes with the howl of the wolves. It is the name Strahd.
You can see it again, just starts scratching at its skull. Strahd. He waves a hand. You can see now he just as he does, you notice the incantation quick and fast with those bony fingers. It's just suddenly the book is pulled from you. Staring at it again. I just can't remember. Why can't I remember?
Would Tens recognize this after the whole thing with the Mad Mage?
I'll give you medicine or even just straight intelligence if you want.
Believe it or not, medicine is the better check. 15.
With a 15, I'd say it does seem very reminiscent of what was going on with the Mad Mage. That same sort of memory loss, although it's difficult to say if this is a side effect of undeath or, who's to say how long this individual has been here, or if it is a magical nature.
He gives Durango a quick side glance, and that telepathic cold voice comes back as he just says, "Support me on this." I'm gonna need your help. And he kind of looks at Eggsman, because I can't say the name correctly without saying it wrong. We've come across someone who had a similar ailment. And he had less of a chance of remembering who he is than you do, I think. You at least have your name. The other was literally begging us for his. And I think I know who did this to you.
Who
And he
possess such a power?
He places his hand on the book, like that he's holding, and just says, "This tome is the tome of a great, powerful caster, arcanist, named Xantha. It is in your possession. Most of these here, and I can tell, are of a necromantic persuasion." And then he kind of like motions to his face for a moment, and he produces a like a frost-covered mirror using prestidigitation in his hand, and he shows him his reflection. This is not normal. That's necromantic in nature. And he kind of like throws it aside as it turns into snow, and he just says, if you believe you are who I think you are, and he kind of taps that book again, you could easily get revenge, with a little help from us, of course, on the one that did this to you.
But I can't remember who did this to me.
My friend already mentioned his name once.
I don't know. I have no interest in revenge. I have no interest in anything.
And yet you're interested in who we are and whether or not I was seeking power?
Scratches at the skull again. The temple hides power. Many are drawn to it. I knew its secrets, but now it's all gone.
Ash looks over at Casimir. It really shouldn't be going through the...
He just starts pacing, staring at the book and scratching at the skull.
Is there anything else here that has the name Xanther on any of the stuff? Any semblance of, like, remainder of studies of any sort, of any kind of, like, research, anything? I'll take anything.
Go ahead and make another perception check or investigation if you want to go that route.
Oh, I wanted to be a natural 20. 14 on a perception check.
Yeah, looking around, I mean, the majority of the rest of the room is so decayed and rotten that even the papers just crumble at the touch. There's nothing... Most of the furniture is like moments away from collapsing.
Well, we ain't got nothing powerful enough to heal him, unfortunately.
if you don't remember where the secrets of this place, you don't remember what they are, do you know where we could find them? Potentially.
Find what?
You said this place had, house power. It will... We're in a bit in the need of it.
Did I?
You did.
I don't remember.
I don't think we could do nothing for him, mates. I don't know.
I apologize, Xantha. If you'd like to leave the room, you could follow us. Though, I don't.
Sort of just like doesn't even pay you any mind and just starts pacing around, holding the book, scratching at that skull again.
Does it itch, or are you just thinking?
Just trying to remember.
Would you mind if I take a look at your skull?
Are you trying to make an investigation? Medicine? What are you trying to do?
I just want to see if there's anything, like any markings or anything besides the scratching. Any indication of anything there.
I'll give you with your current medicine, I guess there, you're 15, there's no noticeable sign. I mean, other than just the rapid decay of the corpse itself, there's nothing there other than just the scratch marks from his own bony fingers.
You have a good evening, sir. And he just kind of coldly, quietly pushes past and will use the second face step. Well, he can't see through the bones, and he'll just start wading through the bones.
You wouldn't mind if I took a look at that book of air, would you?
What are you looking for?
We have a great enemy, and I just want to sort of know if he might have learned anything from you. I know you're having a difficult time remembering.
He opens the book up to you.
I'm looking for any mention of like a mind wipe spell or any sort of specific incantations for, like, I don't know a heck of a lot about it, but I assume
make an Arcana check.
No, a little bit. Anything that seems like it might be in Strahd's toolkit. My Arcana's not bad. Oh, that's a 22.
22.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you start flipping through. You again looking for anything memory based. The first thing you see is an incantation, an incredibly complex one. It looks like it causes instantaneous death. Another for domination, another for essentially releasing what is known affectionately as a finger of death. Followed by disintegrate. All of which doesn't really mean much to you in conceptualizing how to cast the spell, but you know enough to know what the purpose of the spell is.
Right, exactly. I know.
Nothing regarding memory.
Oh yeah, I appreciate it. The door's open.
You know, maybe something out here help you remember.
If only I knew what it was I'd forgotten.
Everything, friend.
Tin stops wading through the bones and looks up at the chest. And sends a quick mental message to Durango and just says what he may have forgotten may be inside the chest. He's willing to help us get to it.
Durango curses his lack of option to respond and sticks his head into the pile of skulls behind him. Do you seek a key, Mr. Tens, or what is it that you are thinking?
I don't know. Maybe it just needs his name. Perhaps something he could do. I'm convinced he's a very accomplished caster, arcanist. And he thinks about it for a second. He looks up at the chest and just goes, "Xanatha!"
Tell me, our new friend, there is a chest on the ceiling just outside of your room. Perhaps this has something to do with the great mystery as to your name? Hmm?
Just like
Well-
chuckles to himself as he scratches his head. No, you open it, you fall. And then he looks confused again for a second.
What-
Best leave that chest in there alone, eh? It's it's a doozy. I think we'll leave you to your devices. Yeah. And it just turns.
Sveta, what is happening in there?
Undead man, forgetful, very
Undead
powerful.
man.
Yeah, it was rather short. No, we think we met a mad mage in the north, and we think his brain was addled by Strahd, and I think this undead one in the other room was as well. I think he might have
Does
told
the
Strahd.
Does the name Xantha mean anything to you?
Xantha.
Might have been really good at necromancy.
Yeah, this it's there. It's no, I'm thinking. No, it actually isn't there a tower?
That was the name on the tower, wasn't it?
Yes, if I recall, it was the. Is they had some sort of connection to Strahd, but I don't believe it was particularly. I mean, I don't know. As far as I am aware, Xanatha was the individual that assisted him in obtaining his dark gifts. But that could also just be that whatever the answer is, in fact, here. Xanatha was just how could he still be alive? Oh.
He's not.
The walking corpse.
Yes, well, perhaps time itself is taking care of it. And you've got some way to reverse time. It is the downfall. I've heard of wizards using such techniques to spend countless aeons doing extended magical research. It was particularly popular in the once upon a time.
What color were his robes again? Were they red?
Yes.
So, going through the room full of skulls was not a great idea, because there's a really powerful guy that we think is the person that gave Strahd his powers.
But he doesn't remember anything. I think it'd be a great asset if this is what Strahd is doing to people. But then again,
or on the flip side of that argument, sense better, he could be
deadly.
Yes, an
Well,
even worse foe.
Everything is deadly in this land.
Yeah, but
I don't even expect to leave this temple alive.
that book was all full of sorts of nasties there. You know,
Yes,
I'd
it
rather
was.
die some other way. You know, than just being exploded.
I mean, if it doesn't seem like he's going anywhere, and it doesn't seem like he has any information on how to defeat Strahd.
It's the whole thing, though, is that he does. I just don't know how to. I'm an idiot. I could have read his thoughts.
Still in there, mate. You can just swim through the skulls again.
I don't think it's worth it ultimately. Let's just move on. He's not. If his brain is as addled as the other one was, it's not a use. There's no use.
Yeah, I don't know if there's nothing there.
There's still plenty more of this temple to dig
He's
through.
It's arguably worse off than the one up north.
Yes, unfortunately, my particular talents lie outside of restoration. So.
Onward then.
Well, back, and then we can head down that staircase we shot back up. Seems now like we've
Well,
kind
I don't believe we're going back the way we came. At least not walking.
Well, we had 2 sets of staircases that we could potentially try. I haven't checked this closet yet.
No, I'm not certain if you noticed, but this seems to have. And he like puts a foot out, like, and just even more of the marble crumbles.
I mean,
seen its last day.
There's been a lot of secret doors around here. Perhaps there's one beyond this closet. He just kind of opens up the doors over here where there is no wall. And he's just gonna start like patting the wall, trying to see if there's any secret entrances.
Make an investigation check.
$25 on a natural 20.
25.
All right.
Yes, looking around again, you don't. You feel for the wall. You don't find any sort of secret passages or.
Sorry. I tried.
We bring any rope.
I know I can get across. And he kind of like steps over there, looks across the way. I think I can get across. Yeah, I can get across. How far down is it to the floor?
30 feet.
I mean, I got some rope if we can find something to tie it to.
I think, funnily enough, I still have a couple of stakes from whenever we thought the stakes would help us kill Strahd. Oh,
Yeah.
and I have pythons still. And a hammer.
All right, well, anchor it down. Let's get down there, I guess.
He hands the python and hammer over to Cole.
This looks alright, and I just find sort of a fissure between the stone tile and drive it in.
So you managed to hammer the pitman relatively easily into the already kind of cracked and rotten amber wall. You tug on it, you hold it, weight seems to hold, 30-foot drop. Tie the rope to the other end, seems secure.
Oh,
Now
well, we don't need this anymore.
I've got some still. You want mine after we get down?
Yeah, as long as one of us got it.
Yes, but I can step through the Thay to where I want to go. You can't.
I mean, sure, why not?
I'll hand him my 50-foot rope.
And I wish I hadn't just deleted it.
Then Tens will just start climbing down, keeping
Down
an
the
eye
rope
out.
we go.
Try to fix something there. Seems a little weird. All right, so all of you are headed down.
Yeep.
Yeah.
New
So
map.
one by one, you climb your way down to the main temple.
That wasn't even the main temple.
No, we were just like the perimeter. The perimeter of the thing.
God damn
And
it.
as your feet hit the stone in the last drop, you hear it echo kind of across the chamber. 4 black marble columns support the vaulted ceilings of this temple. Looking up at the entryway that you came in through, up that long staircase, and that massive statue. Sitting at the north end, it stands 40 feet tall, a cowled figure in flowing robes. The statue's stony hands outstretched as if in the midst of casting a spell, similar to all the other statues you've seen. Its face a void of utter blackness. The ominous statue itself stands between 2 black marble balconies, well, one that you just climbed down from that is kind of crumbled now, collapsed in the weight of both Durango and Cole attempting to make their way across. The walls of the temple are sheathed in amber, and the doors leading from it are made of amber as well. Every door and every archway coated in this dark, almost glistening color, as if liquid.
Some of us can't see in the dark. Anybody got some light?
I got a torch around here somewhere.
Casimir,
Oh wait, so do I. Never mind.
Oh, well, hold on. Do you, instead of smoking up the place, Casimir, I remember studying with you. You could do a simple arcane light on things. He has the light spell,
Yep. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, of course.
and he'll touch Ash's bracer or something and give it a dull color that lights up.
Yep. And as you do, the room illuminates around you, Ash. You see the foot of that statue. Just in time for a tingle, and the hair on your neck begin to stand up. As from the statue, a bolt of lightning fires out.
Fudge me.
I need all of you to make dexterity saving throws.
Of course you do.
My God. Okay,
Thank you.
everyone gets +3 to it.
25.
And we see
We're
this
gonna
guy.
Use a luck point on that. That was trash.
Oh, I'm okay. Hopefully. I mean, I've got like 10 hit points, so.
Yeah, that was a 14. I'm just. Oh, there you go.
Much better.
18 and a 25 for Tins and Casimir.
14 for Cole.
Might just be like a 9th level lightning bolt.
Oh, plus 3.
Yeah.
26. My bad. 28 for Tins.
Lots of 1s and lots of 7s. I didn't like that.
So
Oh my god.
for those of you that don't succeed, you take 40 points of lightning damage. For those of you that do, you take 20.
What's the threshold?
17 by the looks of it.
17. Sorry. So Ash, success. Durango, failure. Cole, failure. And Sveta, success.
Durango
Oh
succeeded.
no,
He
Durango.
did- yeah.
Durango. I'm sorry, you used your lucky. You succeeded, and Casimir succeeds. So the only failure is Cole.
So you see the lightning hit his chest and electrify the entire chain suit on his body, and you smell the sizzle of burning hair and flesh as he hits the ground.
Well, that ain't fucking good.
I need all of you to roll initiative.
Oh no. No.
I am curious if I can cast it on an unconscious character.
Fuck me sideways.
Well, an
y'all.
unconscious character can't consent, so
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Consent is key, folks.
I have to get like the T diagram out for you. Explain how that works.
No.
I mean, Cole, you still got to roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
You gotta roll your death saves. Come on.
That's right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Folks, this would be a
Alright.
great time to donate to Nami because after this TPK that we're about to have, we're gonna need some
Yeah.
resources.
Did
yeah.
we see where the lightning came from?
Make a perception check. I'll tell you, Ash, you did.
That observant
Can I make one for
kicking in.
myself and Casimir?
Yep.
Okay, because Casimir is the one that I'm more worried about at the moment. 13 from Casimir. And... $16 from Tens.
All right. Tens, I will say that you did notice. You noticed that the both you and Ash noticed that the lightning came from that black void that seems to be the face of the statue.
Okay. But Casimir doesn't know.
I mean, what he doesn't know won't hurt him, right?
I don't know what's going on, and clearly something hurt me. So
All right. Well, it's Casimir's turn.
This
Lightning
is
still arcing.
the sheet is not the same for Casimir from last page to this page.
Oh, go figure.
But I know that he had 2 more 4th level slots and a 5th level slot.
I did use a Misty Step, so 2nd level. But yeah,
All right.
go for it.
All right. 2. Well, we just knocked out one of our big hitters. So he's going to tell Ash to charge and hold polymorph to turn him into a mammoth again.
it's meta.
Ash,
What is that? What's that save and throw?
the only thing I'll tell you is that you are aware that the lightning bolt came from the face of the statue, which is 40 feet up in the air.
So, did you say? I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not currently being polymorphed, right?
No.
Above tape. Okay. Oh, statue, run! And I am gonna try to grab Cole and move off into this room over here.
All right. Well, that wastes the polymorph.
Did he say anything, or did he just hold the polymorph?
He said, "Charge. Go get him."
Okay.
It's in charge, and you ran the other
Yep.
way.
And you went the other way.
Charge the other way. Okay.
So you're
And,
going in here with Cole?
Yep.
All right, I'll give you to there with him.
And,
I'm gonna try to see if I can squeeze in like a medicine check or whatever I need to do to slap
for
this,
it. Yeah.
this bad boy awake, make him not die. Oh, good luck.
Yeah, his eyes are just sort of rolled up in the back of his head. He's kind of foaming at the mouth.
15.
15?
Yep.
Okay. Cole, go ahead and make your first death save with advantage.
Okay. It's barely a success, but it's a success.
That's one success. All right, Ash, with you attempting to resuscitate him, you
Wake up.
Durango.
Durango follows Ash and Cole into the room to take cover from the madness outside. And as he stands beside Cole, he gets the mandolin ready and launches into a soothing, relaxing kind of melody and casts Cure Wounds at the 3rd level.
Oh, I forgot you had healing.
+4.
Good goddamn.
29 points, yeah. Bolt suddenly you jolt back to life, gasping for air, and then you feel great as Durango's soothing music just almost completely revives you.
The fog rising off of his smoking clothing makes for a very nice stage effect too. You are awed. It's my turn.
Told you, Fortescue's finest fricassee.
Ow.
Gotta be quicker. Now,
Yeah. There we go. So again, now I need, well, actually, I need Casimir to make a charisma saving throw.
And he can't see where it's coming from, so here we go.
Something sees him.
No.
oh,
This is a
no.
failure. As Casimir suddenly vanishes.
Oh my god.
Don't like this. Don't like this at all.
Tense.
Well, now the situation has changed significantly.
Oh yeah, Casimir's originally from this plane. Okay. This is his home.
Yeah.
Okay. I was very scared for a second.
And, you know, metagaming pigeon, he's coming back. Don't worry about it. But yeah.
Does it? Okay. So based off of the perception check, is there something? Is it just is with him disappearing like that? Was there an incantation that was done, or is the statue just fucking with us?
You can't tell, especially with Casimir vanishing. You didn't see anything. You just know that the lightning came from the head.
Got that mind lightning.
Mind bullets.
It's coming from the head. So I think
As you do.
against what he wants to do. Because the only thing that is keeping him alive right now is the aid that was cast on him earlier. So he's a little desperate at the moment. He doesn't know if this is going to do anything for him, but he's going to cast Fog Cloud on the head. Centered on the head. Boop. And then he's going to run the fuck inside. So he just he pulls out one of his marbles that he has. There's like a little bit of a swirl to it as he just wax, and he just tosses it up before it shatters into this big swirling massive fog. Strahd don't come, Strahd don't come, Strahd don't come, as he just runs into the other room. And that's his turn. And Casimir, does he get a save at the end of his turn?
He does. We'll get there in a second. I need Durango. No. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
+3.
Did that drop because he went down, or?
Wait, is it any saving throw?
It is, I believe so.
Yeah, it's all saving throws within 10 feet.
Yep, within 10 feet.
I'll explain it in a minute.
It's 18 altogether.
18 altogether. The intense cold has suddenly started to get to you. Your entire body is shivering. Like maybe it was just the adrenaline of the past few minutes and everything going on, but you remember throwing your heavy coat over that statue, and ever since you have just been without it, and your breath is showing, and the cold itself is just kind of wearing on you. You managed to pull and fight through, but it is getting difficult. Casimir, go ahead and make a saving throw.
Better question. Oh wait, he doesn't have to spell magic. Never mind. Damn it. 1 natural 1. Thanks, Cass.
Oh Jesus.
As all of you huddle in the room, everything gets quiet as that fog cloud just sort of dissipates and hangs in the air above. You all stand around, quiet and waiting. This minute or so that passes is like a lifetime. So all of you stand ready. Tensveta, you feel something. Like a tingle, something you felt it before. Like just an itch in the back of your mind. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is it a charm effect?
No.
Is it putting me to sleep?
It is not.
Above table, I'm sure that it's a very, very nice scry spell.
17. Scrying him. Oh.
17. You succeed. You just again, it feels like as if someone is trying to detect your thoughts. And suddenly, outside the room, Casimir reappears. Confused, he looks around for a second. And as he does so,
Run!
Cole, you feel something else. And Durango, you see it. as a small piece of wood floats up out of one half of the room and just hurls itself across, whacking Cole in the back of the head.
Hey, Ryan, what's going on? Why'd you do that?
My friend,
And
I
Ash-
assure you that was not the great Durango Fortescue.
Ash, your eyes turn now, again, looking around this room in just this moment. At the amber doors that once sealed this massive stone room you guys have hidden in or smashed in, their pieces lied like crumbled and crushed amid broken bones, armor, and weapons. This 30-foot room, 10-foot square hole in the northwest corner of the ceiling. Looks like, again, just almost like the place has been completely looted or plundered at some point in the past. And out of the corner of your eye, you see again some movement. A bit of wood moves and shifts before rubble just kind of floats in the air, spin around, and hurls in your direction. Sort of hapless.
Can I pop off my detect thoughts? See if I can figure out where this person is, since I recognize that feel on the back of my brain.
What are the parameters on your detect thoughts?
Detect thoughts it's just a normal spell, so I can use this spell to detect the presence of a thinking creature I can't see. When you cast the spell or as your action during the duration, you can search for thoughts within 30 feet of you. It can't penetrate barriers, but 2 feet of rock, blah, 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 can block some stuff. You can't detect a creature with intelligence of 3 or lower. Actually reading someone's thoughts is going to be... I think I have to be able to see them to actually focus to see it. Yep.
So you detect the thoughts of 4 creatures. Or I shouldn't, so just immediately in that presence. 3 of them in a perpetual state of fear and panic. And 1 dark, malevolent entity, just sort of this pit of blackness. You kind of feel your mind almost just get almost drawn into like that dead, like that black face of that stone statue. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Damn it.
So thank you everybody for joining us tonight for Curse of Strahd. Again, guys, we've got a ton of stuff going on. I think for most of us, we're streaming for the next 5 nights in a row. So we're going to try to get through this. We've got Foundry and Forge 2-year anniversary. Foundry on sale. Forge is on sale. Use code anniversary 22 or 2022. Sorry, at checkout to get a discount on Forge. You've got Dice Envy. Use code NEG2 to get 10% off and have 10% of your purchase donated to NAMI. You can go to our Tiltify. You can donate to NAMI to get extra dice giveaway entries for a set of dark Mystic Sigil dice. All right, you get extra entries for your donations. So if you want to feel good and hedge your bets on the dice giveaway, those are $100 dice. Awesome, incredible, beautiful dice from Dice Envy. Or go buy your own stuff. Coming up, we've got a Sinner's Dream tomorrow, where we will announce the winner of the auction for the seat to come play with us for the next for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for our charity stream event, Phantoms of Flatforge, where Chuck is going to make me pay for all the terrible things I've done to him in this particular episode.
That's right. It's raw, baby.
It's a pretty killer cast. You got myself, Radio Jay's going to be there, Ryan's going to be there, Trevor's playing with us, Soul's playing with us, and one of you guys is playing with us. It should be a great time. We have the great Durango Fortescue, but I promise I've made a character that will make you forget all about him.
Wow.
Ooh.
You better mean through magical means. Otherwise, I know that's bullshit.
I'm not taking it off the table. Anyways,
throwing down.
We have a ton of stuff, and if you guys are around Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we are giving away like literally like $500 or $600 worth of just stuff, just for being at the stream and helping us and hanging out with us. So we've got like, again, those geeky jerseys. If you're into those D&D jerseys, even if you're not, if you're just a D&D collector, it's the first time a hockey jersey's ever been made with D&D logos on it. And they immediately, licensed. They immediately sold out like within the first couple hours, and we're going to be giving away, it looks like 1 or 2 of those on the stream, as well as we've got Foundry keys, we've got Forge gift cards, we got Dice Envy stuff, we got a ton of stuff to give away. So it should be a blast, anyways. And on top of that, you can just win stuff for just being there. So we look forward to having you there. Let's go ahead and figure out who's guiding air traffic for fun.
That would be OG Megalixer. Congratulations. You get to
Nice.
tell airplanes,
Why?
give them instructions.
Why would
Ben-
you?
Hey, plane, you go there.
I expect a full
All my-
review of this.
All my flying brooms. Direct them around. I'm not gonna let that go, Chuck. I'm gonna make it happen.
I said get underneath the turret.
All right, and what do we have? Cole, I get to knock you unconscious tonight. Why don't you tell us where we're going?
Okay. That's 12. Let's go to the appropriate page here. But seriously, guys, I can't. It's gonna be a lot of streaming this week, but it should be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what you came up
I'm
with.
already
Jack.
tired. You're already yawning. I'm already tired.
I know.
I'll bring the coffee.
Please
Yikes.
do. We're going to Archmage's Tower, D&D for Autism Awareness Part 2.
Nice.
That works. Awesome, guys. Well, let's go make be loud, be proud. Let's go make some friends out there, and we will see all of you hopefully tomorrow for us in the stream, and definitely the next couple days for Phantoms of Flatforge if you're smart and like to win free stuff. So with that, everyone have a great night. Get some sleep. You're gonna need it, and we'll see you there.